Hey everyone, my name is Sofia, and I have an unbelievable story to share with you. A few months ago, I was just an ordinary girl with low self-esteem. But one day, I applied for a makeover show and they transformed me into a supermodel, changing my life forever. I've always been a wallflower. You know, the girl in the corner who nobody notices. I was never confident in my looks, and I never thought I'd stand out. My best friend Ava was the complete opposite. She was always outgoing and the center of attention. One day, while scrolling through social media, Ava saw an ad for a reality TV makeover show called Transformed. She excitedly called me and said, "Sofia, you should apply for this show. This could be your chance to shine." At first, I was hesitant. I didn't think I had what it took to be on TV, let alone become a supermodel. But Ava was persistent, and eventually I agreed to apply. To my surprise, I received a call back for an audition. I was so nervous, but Ava was there to support me. When we arrived at the audition, there were dozens of other girls, all stunningly beautiful. My heart was pounding, and I wanted to run away. Ava grabbed my hand and said, "Sofia, you got this. Just go in there and be yourself." With a deep breath, I walked into the audition room. The panel of judges looked intimidating, but I tried to stay calm. They asked me a few questions and then told me to walk for them. I couldn't believe it when I received a phone call a few days later informing me that I was chosen as one of the contestants on Transformed. I was excited and terrified at the same time. The day finally came when I had to leave for the show. Ava came with me to the airport and gave me a big hug. "Sofia, you're going to do great. I can't wait to see you on TV," she said, with a smile. Once the show started, the makeovers began. They did everything from hair to makeup to wardrobe. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was being transformed into a completely different person. When the stylists finished, I was shocked by the person I saw in the mirror. I looked like a supermodel. I had long, flowing hair, flawless makeup, and the most stunning outfits. After the makeovers, it was time for our first challenge, a photo shoot. I had never modeled before, so I was incredibly nervous. As I tried to strike a pose, I stumbled and fell, ripping the expensive designer dress I was wearing. The room went silent, and I could feel the disappointment and anger in the air. The show's producer, Vanessa, stormed over to me and said, "Sofia, this is unacceptable. If you can't handle the pressure, maybe you don't belong here." I felt devastated and humiliated, but I knew I couldn't give up. That night, I called Ava and she comforted me. "Sofia, everyone makes mistakes. You're stronger than you think. Don't let this setback define you. You can do this." The next day, I apologized to Vanessa and promised to work harder. I practiced my poses and walk for hours, determined to prove myself. With each passing day, I could feel my confidence growing. I knew I had to face my fears and keep pushing forward. Before I knew it, we were down to the final 3 contestants. For our last challenge, we had to walk in a high-fashion runway show. My heart was pounding as I prepared to step out onto the runway, but I knew I had to give it my all. The lights dimmed and the music began. I walked onto the runway with my head held high, feeling more confident than I ever had before. The crowd cheered, and I could see Ava in the front row, beaming with pride. After the runway show, it was time for the judges to announce the winner. We stood nervously on stage as the host prepared to reveal the results. My heart felt like it was going to burst out of my chest. "And the winner of Transformed is Sofia!" the host exclaimed. I couldn't believe it. I had won. I felt a mix of joy, shock, and gratitude as I accepted the trophy and hugged my fellow contestants. I looked out into the crowd and saw Ava, tears streaming down her face, clapping and cheering for me. Following the show, I was bombarded with offers from modeling agencies and invitations to glamorous events. However, as I experienced the whirlwind of fame, I realized that it wasn't the life I truly wanted. I missed my quiet, simple life and the people who mattered most to me. So, I made the difficult decision to step away from the modeling world and return to my hometown. It wasn't an easy choice, but I knew in my heart that it was the right one for me. That's it. That was my story. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to not miss the next one. See you soon.